Here's a quick update on my garden for this summer. This is the golden berries, and they are going crazy, and I do have some berries on there. There's one I think is ready. Let's see. It looks like it might be a ready berry. Let's take it off. Yeah, it looks like it might be a golden berry. And this, here we go. All right. And here are old golden berry. And inside this, you peel it like a tomatillo, and in is this beautiful little golden color berry. And they are absolutely delicious. They're really good. And they're fun. That was a great berry. First berry that I've had off that bush. Looks like these berries are going to be ready pretty soon. I'll give them another week or two. Maybe another week. Ferns look real pretty. They're happy where they're at. The sculpture has taken on quite the character with the foliage of the blackberries growing around it. It changes the way this whole structure right here, the formation of the wood and the branches, and it all comes together. It changes with the light, and it's like a moving piece of art during the daytime. It's a constant piece of entertainment for me, that's for sure. And this here reminds me of something that comes alive, and it takes on different shapes and characters as the sun changes, and the shapes of it and the shades of the way the shading comes across. It's interesting. My compost is doing real well. I have frogs in there now, and that means this is a pretty healthy environment. I've got 3 types of basil running right now. This is going to be lettuce leaf if it decides to start growing. I probably have to move it. It's not doing good there. That is a lemon basil and regular glow basil. And my tomato creation here, my tripod, my lunar landing right here with my internet facing the only place that I can talk live with the internet on the canyon. No, we have 5G now, so that's not true. I can go faster 5G than I can with that little device, but it's there. And this is my lunar tomato. It has landed and taken root. And this is a Asian pear, and she's doing really well. I have turned over all of the purslane. I'm leaving one growing right there. I eat that, but they're gotten so big that I turned them over. I'm going to keep the ground wet and let them. I'll dig them into the compost pretty soon. Those are cucumbers, and they're coming out okay. And this is my chard. I had to go with some sluggo. I had some slugs and bugs eating up my okra. That's okra. I have 5 plants of okra. And new Swiss chard growing as well. I am letting my cilantro go to seed because I couldn't find any cilantro seed. I only had a few left and I grew some, and I went to get some more and buy some more for the season, and everybody had gotten all the seed. All the seed was gone, cilantro and all that. So what I had, I let a couple go, and now they're bolting. This is a really good variety. It's slow bolting and it's real tasty. So this will give me more seed than I'm going to need next year. This is another tomato. These are purple Cherokee. Same with the lunar tomato. And the Santa Ana. Dust is blowing. Excuse me. I'm going to have some really good rhubarb here in another day or two. It's really healthy, and I had a piece of it the other day. It has picked up all the flavor I need. It's real succulent. It's not spongy anymore. It's real firm, and it's perfectly a wonderful chef's delight. I'm going to make some sparkling rhubarb cider with that. And this is a Manganji peppers, and they are doing real well. They haven't growing there. There's one pepper on there, but these are Manganji and sashimi peppers. And back here I have radish. Radish is right here, and growing them in a pot. And there are, and this is my purple lettuce. Ruby lettuce they call it. It's really tasty. I pick some of this for salads, and with this heat coming in here, the Santa Ana is so dry and warm, they're just like wilting down, but they've got plenty of water. It's just, I don't want to mess with them right now. Here's some more basil and more things that are growing on my wonderful vertical plants, and I have some plants started back here. We got a wonderful papaya plant here, and it has a flower, and I don't know if I'm going to get a fruit. Juan says, yeah, he thinks it will have a fruit, but I think it'll drop it. Bugs ate the leaf, and I've already treated with a treatment of BT, Monterey BT, when they get in here, when these critters, caterpillars, get in here, they do quite a bit of damage. They can eat a couple leaves in a heartbeat just because they're so big. They're like Jurassic critters, or Jurassic caterpillars. The tomatillo trees, the tamarillo trees rather, are looking real good. The fruit, there's the fruit right there. I've been told I have another month for these to really do well, as far as getting ripe. But they're doing really well. There's no timing on that. They have beaten all the other diseases that you could throw at them. And I did have to treat them with BT because the caterpillars love to eat this plant. And all of them now have got beautiful flowers and tree tomatoes growing on them now. The sun is getting in that. Now I had to trim these all back because they were so horribly eaten by the insects and whitefly, and they all took back, and they all grew back new leaves, and I'm still treating with whitefly, but it's doing okay, and all of them are growing flowers. And as you can see, the bumblebees love this thing. So lots of projects to do, a little at a time. It's all temporary, as if everything else is around here. My shallots, let's look at those. I haven't looked at them for a while. Actually, I did 2 days ago. They're drying nice. I had some in a salsa I made, and they were absolutely delicious. So, yeah, all of my shallots are, lots of them, lots of shallots. They're doing real well in here. I don't want them to rot or anything, so yeah, they're doing real well. Those are shallots. Well, I think that's about it, with the exception of maybe the bananas. Let's go look at the bananas. A little thing about this purple Cherokee tomato. It will, any little bit of fertilization in the flower itself, and it will start to grow a tomato. And then you get all kind of weird shapes. It depends on how it was fertilized, how it was pollinated rather. So if you pollinate it with a little brush, I experimented with that to see what kind of tomatoes I'd get if I did the pollination and not the insects. And I found that I get really nice symmetrical fruit. So these were hand pollinated, and this is one that just came naturally. And there are some others that just come naturally that have the oddest and craziest looking shapes. I guess that's what is the characteristic of this particular tomato. But sometimes it makes it really kind of hard to clean them or not clean them, but what the heck, you don't know what's in between each crevice sometimes, and they get real wild and crazy. So that was an interesting thing. The tomato, the bananas. And it's a little bit of a steep hill right there. I've got to take the cone off of this one. And I think this one's ready to come off the tree. And I'm waiting for this one to have babies. Has pups, but no fruit yet. So I live up there. Another really ripe goldenberry. Going to taste pretty good. This has really got a dry husk. Oh, inside it's just so pretty. Let's see what this one tastes like. Oh, this one fell right off. Oh. Okay. That's even better. I think I'm going to move away from here. I'm upsetting the Orioles. They are making their nests here again this year. So I don't want to disturb her and him. They're both working at it. So there are a couple of nests in here. There is one right there that is in the process of being made. You can see it right there.